A band of primitive humans is being hunted by a gigantic primate-like creature. The group runs into a dead-end canyon and is forced against the rock wall. They find a narrow fissure to hide in. The leading male stays behind to cover their retreat and is caught by the giant creature. Crushed in its grip, the male uses a sharp stone he carries and drives it straight into the hunter's eye. In pain, the giant creature releases him. The group quickly pulls the injured male into the safety of the fissure. In the darkness of the cave, the group supports the injured male. The leading male discovers a massive handprint, stained with dried blood on the rock wall signs of a creature similar to the one pursuing them. At that moment, the giant creature blocks the entrance completely, plunging the cave into darkness. Its roar echoes through the chamber. Panicked, the group rushes deeper inside. They find another narrow fissure. While squeezing through in haste, the leading male drops the quartz stone. The entire group emerges into another canyon. A band of primitive humans has just come out into the new canyon when the roar of the pursuing creature sounds again from the cave. Ahead of them, the roar startles a herd of large beasts resembling giant wild boars. The herd panics and turns around, charging directly toward the group. Trapped between two dangers. The four people press themselves tightly against the rock wall. The injured leading male cannot dodge in time. He leaps up and grabs onto the back of a running beast. Swept away by the herd, the male is carried off, separated from the group. male is lost in a foggy forest. His leg still injured. He hears the heavy footsteps of the enemy nearby. Not far away, the other 4 members of the group are also hiding. The female in the group raises a finger to her lips and whistles, creating a bird-like signal. The leading male hears it and whistles back with a different rhythm. Thanks to these sound signals, the group finds one another in the mist. They quickly reunite and retreat silently. The group is pushed to the edge of a chasm. With the only path forward being a fragile bridge made of vines. As they crawl across, the giant creature, now one-eyed, appears. It grabs a young male who is dangling from the bridge. The leading male, still on solid ground, pulls out a sharp stone. He uses it to cut the vine anchoring the bridge. Bridge and the young male, and the giant creature still holding its prey, all fall into the abyss. The hunter manages to cling to the cliffside. The remaining 4 quickly flee. 4 survivors hide in a flooded, muddy forest. Thick roots form a maze. The giant creature charges after them, but becomes stuck in the mud. Spots the female trapped between the roots. The leading male throws a rotting log far away to create a distracting noise. Fooled, the hunter lunges toward the false sound. When it realizes the trick, it roars in anger and slams its fist into the water. Taking advantage of its distraction, the group slips deeper into the tangled root forest and escapes. The 4 survivors emerge into an open patch of ground with no place to hide. The hunter is approaching. The female spots a shallow mud pool with a sharp sulfurous smell. She signals to the others. The group wades in and hurriedly smears the thick yellow mud all over their bodies. Then they lie motionless on the ground. The giant creature steps out. It bends down to sniff. The strong sulfur odor makes it snort and recoil. Sensing no movement and unable to detect their familiar scent, it leaves. The group runs into a hot region where steam rises from cracks and pits of boiling mud. The hunter continues to pursue them. The leading male runs straight toward a large hot water geyser. He turns back, taunting it, beating his chest. Provoked, the giant creature charges. At the last moment, the male sidesteps. The hunter crashes forward, smashing through a thin crust of earth. Its front legs sink into the boiling mud, and high-pressure hot steam bursts upward onto its body. Severely burned, it roars and staggers back. The group finds a narrow ledge hidden behind a large waterfall. One of the males has burns on his leg from the boiling lands. trembles, on the verge of screaming in pain. Outside, the shadow of the hunter appears. The leading male immediately rushes over and clamps a hand tightly over the injured male's mouth. At the same time, an elderly female chews up dry tree roots and applies the paste to the burn. The pain eases, and the injured male stops crying out. The entire group holds its breath until the enemy finally leaves. The exhausted group finds a stone overhang. Its entrance is protected by a thicket of trees covered in long, three-pronged thorns. They slip inside. The hunter finds them but cannot break through. It reaches in to push the branches aside and gets stabbed. It pulls its hand back and roars. Enraged, it uproots nearby trees and throws them toward the humans, but none hit. The group is temporarily safe behind the thorn wall. The leading male watches the enemy and realizes it does not dare charge through the barrier. The enemy sits outside, beginning a siege. Inside, the group is trapped with no food or water. The leading male does not sleep. He observes. He notices that when the sun reaches its highest point midday, the enemy stands up and walks away in a certain direction. The male draws a line in the dirt with his finger, marking the shadow's position at that moment. When the sun sets, the shadow touches a crack in the rock, and the enemy returns. The leading male understands the pattern the hunter leaves and returns at the same times each day. Marked by the shifting shadow. The group is exhausted from thirst. The leading male watches the band of sunlight creeping across the ground. When the shadow touches the first mark midday, the hunter outside rises and departs. The leading male signals immediately. The group slips through the thorn barrier. Supporting the injured male, and runs toward the river. They drink in haste. The leading male urges them on. And they race back the way they came. They dive into the stone shelter just as the sunlight touches the second mark. At that exact moment, the footsteps of the returning enemy echo outside. The enemy returns, more furious than before. Using its strength, it tears open the thorn wall, creating a low opening. The humans retreat. The female reacts instantly. She breaks off several sharp thorn branches, runs to the opening, and plants the spikes upside down into the damp mud, pointing straight upward to form a trap. The enemy roars, spots the opening, and charges through. It steps directly onto the hidden spikes. Severely injured, it screams and staggers back, its foot pierced and bleeding from the embedded thorns. The enemy no longer attacks. It simply sits at a distance, pulling the thorns from its wounded foot. It no longer chases the humans when they go to collect water. It only keeps its distance from the spike trap. The leading male throws a small stone toward it. The enemy does not attack instead. It flinches, recoiling, and looks down at its injured foot. The leading male freezes. He looks at its damaged eye socket, the burn marks, and the wounded foot. He realizes this creature can remember pain. It learns from its injuries. The leading male steps back into the shadows, deep in thought. The leading male retreats into the rock shelter and gathers the group. He squats down and uses a branch to draw on the dirt floor. He traces a wavy line to indicate the thorn wall. He draws circles to represent the steaming hot ground. He draws two parallel lines to represent the chasm. Then he picks up a small stone to symbolize the enemy, pushes the stone along a path around the thorn barrier, through the hot lands, and stopping at the edge of the chasm. He looks at the group, then nudges the stone off the edge of the cliff. The group nods. Plan has been agreed upon. The leading male and the female step out from behind the thorn barrier. They face the enemy, mimicking chest beating and growling to provoke it. Then the leading male picks up a thorn branch stained with dried blood from the spike trap and waves it. The enemy sees the branch. It touches its injured foot, then instinctively touches its empty eye socket. The pain memories return, and it becomes enraged. It roars and charges. It circles around the spike trap and chases the two humans. They immediately turn and run toward the hotlands, exactly as planned. The two run at full speed, with the enemy close behind. They dash across the geothermal field, using the safe path they already know. The hunter charges to the edge of the hot area, but stops. It recognizes the land that burned it before and dares not step into it. It roars and spots a narrow, safe passage that loops around the hot zone. It is forced to take the narrow path, slowing down. The two humans run ahead, leading the enemy through the entire constricted passage. This path leads directly to the edge of the chasm exactly as planned. All four members of the group gather at the cliff's edge. Behind them, the enemy is approaching. Below lies a deep lake far too high to jump safely. But the cliff face is covered with a thick sheet of hanging vines. The female turns around, grabs the vines, and lets herself drop. She does not fall. She slides down, using her hands and body to control the friction and slow her descent. She lets go at the bottom and drops into the water. The other two follow. The leading male slides down last. At that exact moment, the enemy reaches the cliff's edge and sees its prey sliding down into the lake. The enemy stands at the cliff's edge, battered and wounded. In the lake below, the 4 humans float on the surface. They begin shouting and splashing, taunting the creature. Enraged, the giant beast loses control. It turns back and slams its fists wildly into the cliffside. It strikes a large rock outcrop already cracked a weak point in the plan. It punches again. A fissure spreads across the entire ledge. The whole cliff edge collapses. The enemy loses its footing and plunges straight into the abyss along with tons of falling rock. The humans watch in silence. The hunter is gone. The 4 survivors swim ashore and find shelter under a rocky overhang as night falls. They sit huddled together, exhausted and trembling. The leading male stands, walks to a flat rock wall, and searches through an old pile of ashes. He finds a piece of charcoal. Pressing his left hand against the stone, he uses the charcoal to shade around it, leaving a handprint. Beside it, he draws a small, upright human figure. Below that, he sketches a huge form, upside down, falling. He presses the charcoal hard, creating a dark stroke where the creature's eye should be. The story has been recorded,